told you that there is a simple solution to help elongate our time here on Earth. Well, good morning. I'm Cantrell, and today I'm going to talk to you about an ongoing issue that is still lacking in importance to our country. As Americans, we are lucky to have the ability to choose when to interfere in a matter that we care about. We have the freedom to do so, and this is one that we should. I'm going to tell you why we should dedicate 5% of the United States national budget, instead of the current 3%, to helping education, specifically in developing countries, in order to better the Earth's population problem, lower global poverty levels, and empower women. I have thoroughly researched this topic and am very passionate about it because I'm aware of how big of a change we can make with this simple idea. So now let's see why dedicating 5% to support education in developing countries will help the population problem, lower global poverty levels, and empower women. So first, I'll show you how supporting more education could save our time on Earth. According to livescience.com, it is scientifically proven that with the current population growth, we will run out of food by 2050. We will be unable to provide with the current agricultural practices. And not only is food a problem, but so are the use of non-renewable resources. According to lintech.com, Nigeria, which is a developing country, went from 36 million people in 1970 to 125 million just 30 years later. Factors that cause such a population growth like this include a decrease in overall death rates because of increases in advancements in medical technology and more pregnancy prevention methods. But actually, for developing countries like this, they have a severe lack of access to this. But their main lack of access is education on the topic at all. By providing education, though, in developing countries, it leads to more job opportunities. More people can work, and therefore they're more educated to make better overall decisions, whether it be financial or family-related. They can make their life how they want it. So simply providing a solution to the population problem could allow for us humans to have more time on this earth, as it would help lower the population growth. Now that we can acknowledge population growth is a problem, let's see how education could also fix poverty levels. So poverty levels exist, they exist everywhere, but they're specifically bad in developing countries. According to International Compassion, which is a nonprofit organization, Sub-Saharan Africa is home to 43% of the global poor, which is literally almost half of the global poor. And helping poverty levels is important because poverty is linked with all developmental goals of an economy of a country. And if we can provide more education to these people, that allows them to work, as I said before, which will automatically help the economy in general as well. According to results.org, a person's earnings increase by 10% for each year of schooling they complete. And this, as I said, correlates to a better economy already by more jobs being able to be worked. Increasing economic growth for a country is something that can help us as well, too, when it comes to foreign affairs. And all this can be helped with just more education dedicated to them. Supporting education is important, as I've said, but now I'll show you how it also can empower women and why this is important. So here in America, we are lucky to have equal education, men and women. But in developing countries, this is not exactly the case. If women had more access to education, the outcomes are endlessly positive. The spread of HIV/AIDS would be reduced, women would delay marriage and childbearing, and they would know safer ways to have sex. And those are just population perks, though. Economically, as I've been saying, women would be able to have more jobs as well, make more money for themselves, make better decisions. And according to the BorgenProject.org, a study showed that in Kenya, if women had the same amount of education as men, the crop yields would increase by 22%. That applied to farmers. But the thing about that example is that's only an example of a concept that you can apply globally. You can only imagine what another country that is even slightly in a similar circumstance as Kenya and what the positive outcome could be of that. It's a human right to have equal education and opportunity, and with women's ability to be empowered through education, we're one step closer to bettering our Earth, as I've said. So though the arguments I've made seem strong and helpful, I am aware that some may not agree to this change in the percentage dedication towards education. So a counter-argument automatically is that people may think that this means more taxes. But this is not the case if we just choose to spend our money more wisely in the national budget. and spend it and dedicate our money better to specific programs that are funded. So according to the government's national website, 3% is dedicated to education right now, which is equal to around $94 billion. And this is a billion, so just picture this times 94, which is a lot of money. But 15%, so 15 times of this is equal to, or no, not 15, 540 times of this, because 15% equals 540 billion, is dedicated to national defense. So if we were even to slightly decrease the percentage dedication to national defense, / another program that doesn't need as much funding as it needs, such as space technology, but then we would already be able to dedicate more to education without having to worry about anything. The U.S. hasn't had a serious security threat since the Cold War, and so literally slightly decreasing it would not affect our protection at all. And so if we can just adjust our spending more, then we can already make the world a better place. But another counter-argument is that people just don't think the U.S. should get so involved with other countries' problems. But they think, why should we care? Why do we have to help them? Why us? Why can't someone else help them? But the thing is, like, we should care about foreign events because we all share one Earth, one home, and their problems in turn can always end up affecting us as well. This has been proven through history. And we would want help from others, and if we can help them, then, I mean, why not? So today I've talked to you about why we should increase our spending on education to help developing countries. I've explained how this will help with the Earth's population problem, lower poverty levels, and empower women all at once. If you want to see this happen as much as I do, the first step you can do is just write to your local congressman. And depending on where you live, since I know we're about to go over summer, so you'll be in your own homes, states, you go to the House of Representatives website, which is on the board behind me. Just think of all the positives that could come out of such an easy change, such a wonderful and easy change that will just make the world a better place. And you may want to be alive to finally and truly see us make a change in the world. Thank you.